Still a lot of talk around the United States involving the NCAA's landmark decision of 24 hours ago. The governing board at Emory University, where they were meeting, unanimously voted to allow student athletes to profit from their images and likeness. However, there are some rules about all of this. Each division, 1, 2, and 3, must decide its own rules by January of 2021. They've got a lot of work to do, and that's not that far off. The NCAA is requiring athletes not to be employed by universities. Also, money can't be given based on athletic performance or participation on the field, and rules must facilitate fair and balanced competition. And there is a distinction between college and pro opportunities. As soon as the decision broke, thousands of people responded. Many of you say the NCAA, they did the right thing. Amber loves the ruling. She says a lot of college athletes don't make the pros, and that getting paid through endorsements could allow them to have a nice nest egg after graduation. However, one North Carolina senator says, Richard Burr says, if college athletes get paid, then their scholarships ought to be treated like income. He goes on to say he plans to propose legislation forcing athletes who get paid to cash in to income taxes. In response, Atlanta's own three-time Olympic medalist Alana Myers-Taylor defended the players who won't get the $1 million payday. She says expecting players to pay money they don't have on their scholarships, that is not the answer. So what is the answer? I don't know. You know, we talk about this subject. I think we talk about it ambiguously, that we like the idea for the most part when you talk about the majority of people polled. However, the practical application is a different story. Should it be like a 401k where you're able to get some of that income when you reach a certain age beyond college? Should you get some of the payoff now? There's so many questions to this. Who gets paid? Who doesn't? The ramifications of it collectively for universities and colleges, we don't know, we don't understand, and quite frankly, if you've seen a good plan out there, your eyes are a lot better than mine, Cheryl.
Right.
If you want to get in on the conversation, you can check out the post on our 11 Alive Facebook page. Let us know what you think about all this.
It is a wait and see for certain.